we have $100 from Steven with no comment. Thank you so much for your generosity. $100 from Fallout. I love GDQ. Good luck to all the runners. Thank you so much. And $500 from Anonymous, saying, I just really want to see that monkey ball run. They never disappoint. I completely agree. It's going to be incredible. $100 from Jade. I don't get to watch as much GDQ live as I'd like, but it's always an amazing event in terms of incredible speedrunning and wonderfully raising money for charity. Let's see some Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania. Loving seeing all the donations in for our second bonus game. Let's make it happen. All right, chat. Our cute games continue with Kirby's Dream Land 3 with Darksol188. Any percent no 2 player. Take it away.
Good morning. I hope everyone has been enjoying the run so far. I am Darksol188. You can also call me Sol. I am joined by DarkRiolu.
Hello.
And GlitchAston.
That's me.
This run is going to feature a lot of vowels. So I'm just going to go straight into it. So 3, 2, 1, go. The first couple of stages, we're not going to have a whole lot to really deal with. We don't get our real speed method just yet. So a lot of this is just going to be kind of the basic hold right and jump when you jump over enemies. just give it a bit. It will more speed will happen. Pretty much the best way to explain this is no TP pretty much means Dewey cannot be controlled. So we can summon Dewey. You will see Dewey a few times. Hopefully no more than twice, because, if we see it more than twice, things have gone wrong. Otherwise, yeah, pretty much just, I can't use another controller to control him, that turns into a 2P run. And we'll just grab this, jump over here, and not have to worry about that one. Anyways, maybe in donations, people can say their favorite Kirby game or something. I would say wrong answers only, but right answers are fine too. Also, here's our first time we actually summoned Dewey.
That's a great idea. My favorite is Superstar Ultra.
Mine is Nightmare in Dreamland. But yeah, if you...
I would say mine's Superstar.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I wasn't supposed to step on the flowers. Oh well. It's fine.
This run, sad. You mean?
It's kind of make everyone sad as fast as possible, for better or worse.
Yeah, there's various objectives to each of the stages. It's honestly faster to not do any of them.
In some cases, you want to specifically avoid doing the objective to not spawn the Heart Star and waste time.
Yeah, that'll more waste time. Also, sadly, those animal friends are not going to help us in speed, except for Choo Choo. That'll come up much later. No, nobody knows what Choo Choo is, not even officially.
Nope. It's only assumed that Choo Choo is actually an octopus.
This game is very
one day, maybe
infamous.
that'll be explained.
I can't wait for Forgotten Land to explain the lore.
As for if that game actually explains the lore, I will be very surprised.
If it does, I'm just gonna DM you right away saying that they actually gave Choo Choo lore.
No, watch, I'll be probably like playing the game on stream, and we'll find out that way. Disappointment %. You know what? Yeah, there we go. That's this run in a nutshell. Anyway, we're finally about to get our bid run-in method here. So, as I start flying around, Riolu, would you care to explain how coup movement works in this game?
Yeah, coup is the very infamous part of this run. This is why people either are okay running this game or really hate running it. So basically, coup, you go a lot faster than running. The problem is you have to constantly mash B, and the faster you mash, the faster you go. So if your hand gets tired easily, you end up not going very fast, and some people get cramps. So if you're one of those people, you might not like this game, but otherwise it's a really fun run. And in general, coup will keep the momentum that you have, especially vertical momentum. So if you're going right or left and you press up or down, you'll start going down, and then you can actually let go of down, and you'll continue to go down as long as you continue to mash. The same goes.
Can't believe you mess up that minigame, Sol.
Yeah, honestly, I like to believe I'm good at these minigames, so I'm gonna do something in starting from that one and onward. For every minigame I fail, I am going to donate $2. I'm convinced I can do these right.
If anyone in chat wants to match that at the end of the run, that'd be great.
5 minigames total, so you can't lose too much.
Yeah, so it's not too bad. Like, hey, it's only $10 if I mess them all up. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I believe you. You won't mess up.
Yeah, that one it just kind of got thrown off.
You'll see a little bit here because coup does keep that vertical momentum. He actually sticks to ceilings and floors, which can be used if you just want to cruise along the ceiling, but it can also cause trouble if you need to get out of the way of like an enemy or something. So sometimes you need to start going up or down earlier than you normally would to unstick from the floor or ceiling and then actually get into the air.
Yeah, this stage actually shows off a lot more of that kind of movement. Like, you'll see me just kind of stick a little to the ceiling. This time I didn't because I didn't try to stick to it. And also you'll see that the invincibility music will glitch out if you go through roofs too quickly. It's still going, and the music resumes here.
A lot of people think this speedrun is just fly over every level with coup, but this game actually has a bunch of caves and other obstacles that get in the way of that, so there are only a couple levels that you can actually just fly over without too much trouble. It makes it a much more interesting speedrun than just fly over the level.
Yeah, this is absolutely not one of those stages. You have to kind of nuance your movement quite a bit, otherwise you will take a lot of damage, and damage comes very easily in this game. You have very few iframes to work with. It is very easy to go from like full health to like three hits in the blink of an eye.
You have more HP than pretty much any other Kirby game because each of those squares is 2 HP, but you also lose it a lot faster than most other Kirby games, so it's harder to stay alive in this compared to some of the other games.
Yeah, this one's actually one of the more, like, just hold right and match these stages, so if there's any donations, this would probably be an alright time for it.
Absolutely, we have plenty coming in. We have $20 from Crystal. So hyped to see one of my best friends back again in a GDQ. Let's go, Sol! Hope your run goes well. Donation goes to the Beam Queen's choice.
Okay, so that's, I was asked about this before the run. Right now that's going towards Monkey Ball, and if that gets met, it's going into the bid for X4. We're going for 0 because, you know, what am I fighting for?
Awesome, thank you.
I really debated that because I thought about X for reasons, and I was like, but the scene, but we gotta have the cutscene.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this one the game got smart. Now there's enemies on top, so I have to actually worry about something as I play through. And then you have this room where it's actually quite a bit more nuanced and moved. Okay. I say this, and then I just fly through a block twice. We're off to a great start. And most spiders. We're off to a really good start.
Best ending, you'd have to fly all over this area and collect 3 shapes in order to make Pierre the clown happy.
Oh yeah, all of these actually have names.
We'll see Pierre,
I'm
but
pretty sure they're
he
not
won't be
Indian
very
Russian
happy.
blood. Honestly, that's probably the only thing I don't like about this is, like, seeing, like, the happy images for each of them is really good. For example, Pierre actually juggles the pieces you grab. And in this, well, you just see them all just kind of look down and glum because, well, you didn't help them. By the way, you saw me grab Clean there. Clean is our best way of dealing with boss fights. Because it turns out, the more awkward the attack, the better the damage. Or more accurately, there's a set damage for each thing, and this is one of the highest in the game. Because of this, it turns out a lot of bosses are weak to a sentient feather duster. So we're just gonna dust the roots a bit, and well, there's Wispy at half health, and now he's mad. And now he's gone. That was Wispy. I hope y'all enjoyed that battle for the 20 seconds it was around. And unfortunately, the cutscenes actually can't be skipped the first time they're seen, so this is just kind of part of the run. They're actually really good cutscenes. I kind of enjoy them.
Yeah, that's not unfortunate. Honestly, they're not too
Yeah, I don't
long,
know why
and
I
they're so
said it was
cute.
unfortunate.
You
Yeah, I
don't
don't know
even
why I
really
said
get
it was
tired of them.
No, like, honestly, honestly, each of them are pretty good. I kind of really like... Honestly, my favorite's probably the Santanian one.
Oh, the one that shows that Choo-Choo has teeth?
Yes. And also, you know, I can't believe Dewey's dead.
Well, I feel like Choo-Choo is the only person that actually has teeth in this game because it's the only one that's shown.
This game is one of the few where you can actually swallow things in midair. Another one being Superstar. Both games you just use the same button that you would normally summon a second player with.
Yeah, unfortunately, if you're too fast on it, you can both swallow the ability and summon Dewey at the same time. I have done this entirely too many times. Don't ask how I know.
Yeah, don't spam the A button. You will not be happy. Gooey can be a huge troll in this. The AI that controls him is very awful.
Yeah, Dewey can just sometimes decide, I'm just gonna take the enemy and then hold on to it for 20 seconds, and you can't dismiss him until he spits it out.
The world 2 is basically the water world. So this is basically the only time we're going to trade out Ku for Kine here, the fish. Naturally, the fish goes much faster in water. So Kine actually has pretty similar control to Ku with a little more control. And so you got the same mash B to go faster, but he doesn't carry momentum as much as Ku, so you can get some really precise maneuvering if you're good.
Yeah, Kine's control is much easier than Ku's, and also it's a little bit easier on the mash, and you don't have to mash as much.
Luckily, they upped Kine's running speed to that of everyone else's in this game. In Dreamland 2, he was much slower, and he was terrible on land, but here he's just as fine as anyone else, and he can platform off of enemies' heads as well.
Yeah, that was a really good buff. In Dreamland 2, he moves like a literal fish out of water, and unless you have ice, which in the speedrun you generally do, yeah, Kine's movement is just not fun outside of water. If you're using ice in that game, he actually moves kind of okay. He's not as slow, but it's still not great.
Alright, we got another minigame coming up. Everyone give Dark Soul your power.
Yeah, let's see if we can
do
actually
this.
do it this time. This one's a little bit simpler. You got 5 pods. You see this eel. I don't actually know the eel's name. I'm sure there is one.
Ellie Eel or Eli Eel. I'm not sure how to pronounce
Of
it.
course it's an eel pun. Okay, we actually got it this time. Come on, let's see if we can pull this off.
Only 2 more tries, come on. One more, you got this.
Crap!
Good job, I believe in you. I knew you could do it.
You know what? I'm just gonna do the $2 pay anyway. I actually thought it was the one next to it.
That's actually kind of funny because this is the one NPC that actually looks smug and happy if you fail the minigame. So now it's just gonna look
Yes.
normal and bored. So we're really gonna make everyone sad.
You know what? Perfect. Yeah, I did it. Perfect. We actually have sadness percent now.
You want me to explain the auto scroll skip now?
Yes, because that's actually probably an important one for this stage.
Yeah, a lot of auto scrolls in this game. Unfortunately, we can't do it in 1 player, but in 2 player runs, you can actually skip this auto scroll and the one in the next stage. What you do is you have GUI, and normally when GUI goes off screen, he's going to get automatically warped back to you. But if you're using an ability, like for instance, Kine and Spark, if you can move while using the ability, you won't get warped back. So you can navigate through that entire auto scroll blindly, and if you get up in front of the door and hold up, as soon as you let go of your ability, you will go into the door before getting warped back, and you can actually skip that whole section, saving about 20 seconds.
Yeah, otherwise you pretty much just have to do the whole auto scroller, and unfortunately it's a little bit slow.
Nice to be able to skip a couple auto scrollers because there are like more than 10 in this game, but that's just going to mean a lot of donation time.
Yeah, pretty much those first two we actually had some important stuff to explain, but the rest of them, yeah, it's probably going to be perfect for donations because it's pretty much just going to be waiting for the minigame to go through.
All right, you want me to say something
yeah,
else?
speaking of auto scrolls, yeah, go for it.
Awesome. Perfect. We have $50 from Melody Koo. I know you'll save Dreamland, Dark Soul. It's been great watching you get faster at all the Kirby games. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, honestly, I speedrun a lot of different games in this series. I'm actually gonna be doing a bunch of Supersonic Air Ride stuff in very, very soon, actually.
That's awesome. Do we have time for another?
Yeah, this is pretty much just me jumping around at the end of this. So yeah, go ahead and do another one.
Awesome. $75 from Chappers. Good luck to everyone involved in AGDQ 22. It's always such a good way to kick off the year. Already loving Kirby's Dream Land 3. For the record, my favorite Kirby is Epic Yarn. Donation goes to Super Monkey Ball. More games, please.
Honestly, Epic Yarn's a decent choice. Really like the aesthetic and the music in that one.
Me too.
Maybe a little too common, depending on what you're wanting in the moment, but yeah, it's good game, good music. Definitely recommend it. And this stage is going to be a little bit awkward because there's all these sharps and blunts, and I have to be very careful about my movement, or that happens. And okay, we're pretty much through this room.
With Kine, you can at least re-inhale things if you're underwater. If you're just Kirby, you can't inhale anything underwater. You can only blow bubbles.
I think Choo Choo can also do it.
Yeah, because Choo Choo's like gooey, but they can
Yeah,
only
Choo
eat one
Choo's
thing
kind
at a
of
time.
Yeah, Choo Choo's kind of weird in how she grabs things. Unfortunately, we need to kind of get both of these blocks so we can actually keep time. So I'm going to drop fire here, get stone, and go back through and get my friend back.
This is necessary for best ending, but you even want to do it in any percent because Kine is so much faster for the rest of this level. You could just leave him there if you wanted, but you'd lose time overall.
And you lose time, and it's really hard to move around in the water currents.
Especially because of this next room where you can skip most of it with Kine.
Yeah, this you pretty much have to just go around the long way, and with Kine, I can just do this and skip basically the entire thing. And it makes this room a little bit simpler.
This is actually the start of a bit of a gauntlet. We don't see any more health unless we get it in goal games until 3-4. So that's 2 more stages here, a boss, and then 3 more stages we need to get through without any healing. It can be very difficult to get through all these stages without dying in a run.
Yeah, the only lucky part is if we really have to. I mentioned there's other reasons to call Gooey, and one of these is summoning Gooey costs 2 health, unless you're gonna go to 1 HP, in which case you don't go below that. So if we're at 1, we can call Gooey, immediately swallow him, and get 2 health back.
It's also important to note that dying is actually a big waste of time, because not only do we die and we have to do the rest of the stage as Kirby, we actually have to go back and get Ku at 1-3. So it's actually best to not die at this point.
Yeah, you'll lose time from just the death, having to do things without Ku, and then also 30 seconds just to get Ku back after the fact.
Because you lose your ability and your animal friend, there are very few places in this run you can die and not lose 30 plus seconds. So we're going to try to avoid that.
Yeah, like one of the only other times that really comes up is like near the end of the game. Otherwise, it's just not a fun time. You don't want it to happen. And then we just kind of speed through the border here, and this is actually it. We don't really need Kanye anymore, so we're just gonna drop them. You go through the doors a little bit faster if it's just Kirby, so that just saves like, maybe a few frames.
Animal friends have a little bit of a turning animation, wiggle into the door. Very cute, but it loses time.
Yeah, the reason we deal with it is it's just so much faster to have them than not have them. It's completely offset by that detail.
So Darksol,
and I won the
clean
damage
again.
boost there.
Yeah, Darksol, grab clean again for the boss. You want me to explain that?
Yes, go ahead and explain it. This is going to be involved.
Yes, Acro.
As I go into
backwards here.
Yeah.
Acro has 2 phases. The first phase is really easy and consistent, but the second phase is underwater, where Acro moves very randomly, and he's also way faster than you. To make it worse, if you get hit twice in quick succession, you'll lose your ability, and like I said earlier, you can't re-inhale it if you're underwater, which makes this fight really terrible. So what we can actually do is spawn Gooey, as you saw Darksol do, which will make bosses take less damage. We're going to hit Acro 3 times, and because he takes less damage, those 3 hits are going to do less damage than 3 normal hits, when it would normally be 3 hits for each phase. And then we can get an extra hit in, so we won't do quite as much as 4 normal hits, but we'll do more than 3 normal hits, and that extra damage is enough that we only need 2 hits in the second phase, which makes it much more consistent.
And then I proceed to just do the fight perfectly, no problem.
Yeah, that was actually really clean, by the way.
So yeah, as I mentioned, that was the Santanian scene, and I can't believe Dewey is heckin' dead. And we'll wrap Bird in here. Yeah, and we wrap Bird in here since that's our other really good means of movement. You're invincible while using this, and that's going to be incredibly useful for a lot of hazards coming up. And for that matter, the next couple of rooms.
Burning in this game specifically, you can also cancel burning at any time you want, which makes it much easier to use and much faster because we don't need to be stuck in that burning animation after we've done whatever we need to do. And we don't go running off a cliff or anything, which is nice.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that would probably happen otherwise. I've done that. Not with burning, but with 2 in general, because of momentum. And this room's kind of neat because you have a lot of just weird movements you have to do to get through it. Like a little bit of combination of burning and Ku's momentum carries you through, and you just kind of stay on the ceiling, drop down with burning, and that's pretty much the room. And this one, there's not going to be much to speak of, so this would be a good time for donations.
Fantastic. We have plenty coming in from the Kirby community. We have 25 from Bloody Candy. Hey Soul, thanks for tickling the tree. If only we could have done it in the first Dreamland. Smile. Good luck on the rest of the run.
Yeah, it's EBC has done a lot of Dreamland stuff in the past. He also does a lot of retro stuff in general. Definitely shout outs to him. He's honestly a fun watch a lot of the time. And we got this stage, which is basically Gourmet Race at Home. I've had another member of the community and watcher actually pretty much made that remark, and it's stuck ever since. The difference is the Gourmet Race at Home version is actually pretty good. And this room we can't actually just do the two strat of fly over everything. We have to actually do something. So we go down. Now we're able to fly over it. This stage you have someone who actually who's trying to clean the floors because they're dirty. So you'll see this. This is supposed to be your cue, like, oh, you need clean. But we don't have clean. We kind of can't do anything. So unfortunately those floors are just gonna have to stay dirty. Sorry. sorry to disappoint y'all. And this is probably my favorite rig.
For fun.
Yeah, it's basically Mario Sunshine before Mario Sunshine. if you really stop and think about it.
My favorite power from Mario Sunshine was the broom.
I think for me it was probably the one of the nozzles that just lets you speed around.
The turbo nozzle.
Yeah, it's basically the coup. It's basically the coup movement of that game. Sort of.
I'll say after you
we just have to deal with those
game,
terrorists.
for a couple weeks, you get very buff thumbs.
Yeah, this run was kind of rough on me starting out, and I actually had to stop for a little bit because it was definitely messing up my hands. Alright, we got enough for mini game coming up, so maybe we'll see if we didn't succeed this. We'll see if we succeed this one.
You're 1-0 for this winning, so.
Yeah, I'm one for one. So let's see what kind of streak we get. Maybe I should have just done $2 if I won the mini games instead.
Most people agree that this is the worst stage in the game, and it comes right at the end of our dry streak of health, so we need to get all the way through this without dying in order to get health in the next stage, so fingers crossed.
Yeah, otherwise, you know, this game's very poignant about that detail, because this is basically the trap rape ring.
6 health is good for this stage, but it's also not safe at all. You can lose 6 health in literally about 2 seconds.
Luckily, I think we're through like the worst of it, so we shouldn't be too bad. I'm gonna sit to the ceiling just for a moment here until I get to about here, and I'm gonna stop so I can do this. If I didn't, I would actually get stuck on the wall and I'd have to spend a little more time to go down. Alright, let's see how this goes, and while this mini game's going, definitely just keep the donations coming.
Fantastic. I'll just keep going till you stop me because we have so many coming in. It's amazing. We have $100 from Mr. Shasta saying, "Good luck with the run, Dark Soul. Thank you for representing the Kirby speedrunning community this event. Shout out to DarkRiolu and GlitchAston on comms as well. My favorite Kirby game is Superstar Ultra, but I also really like Planet Robobot a lot." Thank you so much, Shasta.
Thanks, Shasta.
Well, I should have paid more attention, but yeah. Yeah, honestly, also shout out to Shasta. I think he actually got world record in one of the KSSU runs now, so that, you know, kind of awesome stuff. Plus, I haven't watched it yet, but I know he was doing Micro Prime Hunters yesterday, and I still want to watch that run.
It was a great run. It was an awesome run.
Yep, I learned a lot about Metroid Prime Hunters for the Nintendo DS.
I'll do another one right quick. We have $10 from 16-Bit Ferret. Hey Soul, it's so great watching you show off this great game. Best of luck on this run.
Yeah, they've also done some perfect runs themselves. At one point they had run Adventure. I don't know why I'm worried about the health. We're actually through the dry spell. Although the game doesn't completely make it safe. Like this room's safe. You can do this and you'll get through the room no problem. There's no risk. The room after it, you have a bunch of tits. There's those weird little needle enemies that will send the needle up first when you're underneath, when you're above them. And a pretty low ceiling. So there is a chance you can mess this up, but if you manage to stick to the ceiling, it becomes a lot safer because these can't hurt you. The bottom birds stay low enough where they can't do anything to you. And when you get here, you drop down and then fly up, and they do tomato. Watch out for that enemy, by the way. It can also eat you. I have definitely had that happen before.
One of the big draws about running this game is that there's actually very little RNG, especially for a Kirby game. But one instance, a small instance, is the mini games. Every Gordo that you had to count in that mini game in the last level is about half a second, so it's usually not a big deal. But I think Dark Soul got about 20 when the minimum would be like 3.
The absolute minimum is 1.
Lost.
Yeah, the absolute minimum is 1. But it's basically a 1 in 9 chance that you get that.
Even less than that, I think.
Yeah, also, the top half of this I learned was actually slightly faster, so that's something I wasn't doing in the past, and I started finally doing once I learned that. That one was kind of fun, because...
Like right after.
Yeah, that one was kind of fun, because... The 3 actually rehearsed this, like, a week ago. And I did the down path, because that's what I've been doing. And Rio was like, wait a minute, what?
The biggest RNG instance in this run is just going to be the boss of this world, Pon and Con. That's pretty much the only thing that can actually kill your run due to solely RNG.
Or, you know, dying in it, which dying in general just kind of kills your run no matter what, especially if you're at, like, a top level.
Indeed.
If you're starting out, don't worry about it. Like, yeah, you're gonna lose time, but at that point, it's basically free time save as you get better at the grind. This has a lot of enemies, so we can't just fly down, and we have to do a little bit of weird movement. And then we have an autoroller, so, I hope there's some more donations coming in, which it seems like there's been a ton of them.
Yes, there are. The Kirby community and everyone watching is just loving this run. Plenty of donations coming in. We've got $50 from Darts. Hey Soul, it's your boy Darts. All your friends are here cheering for you. It's been amazing watching you grow as a person and as a speedrunner, and we're so proud of all you've accomplished. Big time Puyo energy. Donation to the runner's choice.
Yeah, that's still going towards Monkey Ball and or X4.
Yeah, we're still pushing for Monkey Ball.
Yeah, also we entered that room to just kind of skip this autoroller a little bit, but otherwise there's still time for probably another donation.
Awesome. Since we're talking about Monkey Ball, I'll just give an update on where we are with that. So we need $80,000 to see the bonus game 2, Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania, and we've gotten up to $34,000. A lot of donations rolling in for our bonus game. Thank you so much, and let's keep those coming.
Yeah, I'll be surprised that that doesn't get met within the next couple of runs, probably, at the rate it's going.
I think we can do it, absolutely.
Yeah, this room sucks, by the way.
Dark Soul is forced to grab Cutter there because of those elemental blocks. They can't be broken with anything except the Cutter ability, so we don't really have any choice at all. That's the reason this game can't be beaten with no copy abilities, unfortunately.
Yeah, to my dismay, because that's something I actually like doing weirdly in the different games. And like the modern ones are a little bit better about it, but some of the early ones, especially like really old ones like KDL3, not so much.
This stage is actually very interesting. you're actually supposed to be collecting 5 different parts of Rob, but since we actually don't have to in this run, it's literally like we just go to straight to the end of the stage.
Yeah,
With normally like a 5-minute stage, it's like a 1-minute stage in any percent.
It's also a much rougher stage if you're doing best ending because the optimal thing is the non-wrap kind in one of the rooms. And that room also has a water current, which you're supposed to use kind for. So the optimal way is to take 2 and match for 30 seconds through the current. No, that's not an exaggeration. It's really brutal, and it's probably the big reason I don't run best ending.
That bottom right room might as well just be a Mario Party matching minigame.
Yeah. At least it's not like Mario Party 1 or Superstars where you have like the rotated control stick mini games.
That'd be pain.
Yeah, I'm actually scared to find out how many hand injuries exist from that one. Alright, let's see if we do the tomato. Okay. This fight's gonna be a lot safer, so I don't have to worry about potentially dying.
So it goes from the longest level and best ending to the shortest in any percent. Or at least one of the shortest. So
This is also the one
RNG.
boss where... Yeah, this is the one boss where Parasol's actually the better option. Oh, I got a hit. Okay, I wasn't sure for a second there.
There's the problem right there. None of the bosses have to appear on any cycle, so you can get multiple cycles where you just can't attack anyone, and it's a complete waste of time. About 7 seconds per cycle. Pretty good RNG though. 5 cycles, not bad at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the optimal is probably something like 2 cycles if you can get 2 hits per on each of them. Otherwise, it's like 4 cycles.
Technically 2 cycles is possible, but you're not really going to get anything better than a 3 cycle. And even at 3 cycle, you need pretty decent RNG.
Yeah, the alternate strat for that is you can use 2 and cleaning, and that's probably the common strat before you do Parasol. It doesn't lose much time by comparison. In fact, you do about the same damage. The problem is that you're a much bigger hitbox with 2, so it's much easier to take damage and just lose the ability, lose time, die. Parasol is just nicer in general.
Parasol does the same amount of damage as Coup and Clean, but you have extremely more mobility. You're basically guaranteed to repeatedly take damage with Coup and Clean since you're just stuck there for a second. But with Parasol, you can run all around, flip your Parasol, jump around. It's much easier to move.
Yeah, also this thing doesn't carry the same immediate physics change that Parasol normally does. You have to hold up to slow your descent. This is the only thing that does that. The rest of them, you just do that automatically. You hit down to just cancel that momentum that's drifting down. Also, small auto-throw, so we have time for at least a donation. At least, after we have a couple auto-throws in this stage, let me correct that. So,
all right.
you can just keep doing donations right now.
I absolutely will. We have $50 from Blizzard120. All hail the Beam Queen, for she is back at GDQ. Hey Soul, just because I'm at work didn't mean I wasn't gonna miss your run if I could help it. Keep calm and keep speedrunning. Donation to Soul's Choice of Incentive, and we're still running on that monkey ball.
Yeah, let's see that run happen.
Absolutely.
Keep them coming. Here's the over auto scroller that's coming right here with all these
Perfect.
Actually, this isn't auto scroller. I'm sorry. My apologies. But do it anyways. It's this is pretty much most of what I'm going to be doing here.
All right. Have $250 from Sammy Lies. A chance to win some awesome prizes and donating to a good cause? Sign me up. Absolutely. And you can see the gallery of prizes we have at GamesDoneQuick.com.
And there's your tone for the objective. This one you would actually want to use clean. And by this point, you probably notice that each of the stages have a different theme to them. The first stage is always something flower-based, for example, or plant-based. The second one is always like do something with certain abilities or animal friend combinations. The third is always a mini game. The fourth is always find something. The fifth is usually some sort of go through the stage with some sort of animal friend for their either their mate or their mother. For example, like 2-5 is Mama Pitch. Yep, that's her name. And the sixth one is like collect multiple pieces. By the way, this stage is pretty much nothing but this. So feel free to just keep doing donations. There's really nothing to say about 4-2.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. We have $50 from Kelpmonger. Shout out to the Kirby with the screaming Waddle Dee inside.
That was just a superstar, because that would have been perfect for the arena.
So true! So true! And we have $25 from GlitchAston. Shout out to this Dreamland 3 run from the couch, and for Kirby being a cute puffball. You're doing awesome, Dark Soul!
Justin, who's that?
Yeah, I wonder who that is. I wonder who that person is.
Sounds like a nerd, personally.
Yeah, I'm sure they're great.
Do you have time for one more?
Yes, keep them coming.
Awesome. Have $10 from Robin. Kirby games defined my childhood, so I want my first GDQ donation to be during a Kirby speedrun. Go, Kirby, go.
So I'm not the only one. Yeah, keep them going. This Kirby run's been fantastic. Reminder that we also have a variety of bid wars and incentives going on, including the upcoming Chicory, A Colorful Tale character name. We have a competition between Ratatouille and Doggo, so you can change the fate of Chicory character name if you would wish. I thought about doing that one, and I kind of just decided against it because I really didn't know. Like, I think the one I almost went with was Cup Noodle.
Oh, that's cute.
I actually really want Cup Noodles, though.
Maybe after the run.
Oh yeah, totally.
I mean, for that matter, then you really wanted to just step away and do that.
No, I'm good. Cup Noodles go wait.
Fair enough. Yeah, the funny part with 2 in the water is, yeah, you're a little bit slower. You actually aren't that much slower because the 2 matching mechanic works about the same in water and out. It's just that you're a lot slower. Anyways, we have another mini coming up, so... And an autotroller right after this. Like, we were not joking about the autotrollers in this game. There are a lot of autotrollers, and they just kind of, like, condensed them into, like, the last couple stages. So, if you got any donations, go for it.
Absolutely. I'm not mad about it. It just means we get to read some amazing donations from some very generous people.
They're doing a lot of great ones, so, like, I've been loving listening to these.
It's been amazing. So we have $50 from Ginny Rose. Thank you for raising funds for such an important cause that's affected the lives of so many. Lots of love from the KJY crew.
I actually miscounted that one.
Don't worry, you got it next time.
And we got $15. Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. Go on.
Real quick, we got $15 from Furniture that says, let's go for some bonus games. I've loved Kirby games since I was a child, so a lot of nostalgia.
Wow, didn't I hear a donation from the GDQ couch? I would have expected a monitor. This auto goes on for about like a good 40-50 seconds or more, so yeah, you can keep going.
Fantastic. $55.55 from Anonymous saying, AGDQ really is one of my highlights every year. A big thank you to all the speedrunners and everyone involved in the production.
Okay, Encore is actually about to end. This is like the last little bit of it. But yeah, you mentioned like that last mini game. Yeah, the last mini game is actually probably my least favorite in the entire game because the rest of like you did ones that are like visual based, and then this last one is sound based. And if you have audio issues at all, or if you're deaf, it's not a fun one. Also, I hope you missed Gourmet Race at Home, but we're back with it. Anyways, you were about to say, Aston?
Oh, I thought to say that one's even worse because it's literally at the end of an auto scroller, so you have to reset the stage and then do the ultra roller again, just to get another chance.
Yeah, I remember my attempt at doing best ended. I remember Acid learning best ended and just not having a good time of it.
I spent 10 minutes on that stage in best ended.
The only one I know that
he actually like he actually recorded used the Switch video function to just record that bit. So he could actually do it. It's rough. It's rough. I struggle doing that one legitimately. And just for the record, I might as well just say it because at this point it's probably obvious. Losing the minigames is far faster. I need to keep that. But losing the minigames is much faster. But I want to do something kind of silly for this run.
Definitely don't want to
don't be surprised if I lose on the first attempt with the last minigame. By the way, this is jumper shoot. They're not fun. End of story.
If you lose your power, it's literally faster to exit the stage, go back through the entire stage and grab something just to have an ability to fight with, because jumper shoot takes literally minutes to actually give you enough attacks to fight with if you don't have your own power. A lot of people learn that the hard way.
Yeah, there's a reason none of us like jumper shoots at all. Jumper shoot is terrible. It's better in KDL 2 where it actually attacks pretty quickly, but in this game, no, it just said, I want to waste your time.
Very easy with a power, at least.
But maybe I should have done that with the steel chair meme.
Yeah. Oh wait, it's Rick.
Oh right, yeah, the Rick goes to Costco stage.
Rick Goes to Costco, the sequel.
Yeah, so yeah, so this stage, if you're doing it the best Indian way, you actually want Red. Basically his girlfriend's in this stage. And you have lots of tricky platforming, there's lots of pits, and it's very easy to die during the last room in particular, if you're not careful. This level also emphasizes that Rick can wall climb. Both if you just play the stage and just mess around, or if you watch the trap mode. This is one of the stages that it shows off, with Rick specifically to show you that that's something you can do. But we have two, so we don't care about any of that. We just fly over everything, and we don't have to platform.
I like to call this
so
the Mario
free.
stage. Because Rick can't fly, all he can do is jump, bounce off enemies, and wall jump.
I kind of feel like that might have been why they gave Rick that cool trait, but it's actually a trait I kind of like seeing. Also, these runs are amazingly lifelike.
Yeah, no. I wonder what artist did that.
Maybe we'll find out soon. This stage has a lot of weird rooms like this, where you have to make sure you're covering two of the squares at a time. If you're only using Kirby, or if you're using say Kirby and Choo Choo, you only take up one panel, one block. If you're using anyone else, you take up two. And you can have that thing only hit one block, and it just wastes time if that happens. So we have to wait for it to kind of come over, do this.
Oh yeah, you can also kill the enemy too.
Yeah, and if that happens or it despawns, because I've had that happen before, you have to leave the room and come back. Luckily, you can't soft lock because of the way that the room is set up. Like, it has to hit something above you first. But I imagine that's probably why that's the case. Otherwise, it'd be entirely too easy to soft lock in that stage and have to leave. Speaking of, we have a number of those multi-door rooms. This one tries to throw you off, because if you try to go for the last door, it actually puts you in the middle, and you just take a tick to the face. So you go to this one, and there's your way out. By the way,
it's officially a troll company.
I mean, Nintendo hard. Okay, for a second I thought I messed that up. And oh, they're alive now.
That's strange.
Yeah, that's a little concerning. Let's just get out of here. We should be fine.
I wonder if we have an artist character that can bring paintings to life. If only we had that. Oh, hey.
Is that an easel? So, yeah, this is Addo, aka KDL2 Greatest Hits.
Yeah, because Addo pretty much uses every boss with the exception of 2, I believe. There's Ice Dragon, there's Mr. Shine, Mr. Bright.
Sweet Stuff, which they're drawing right now.
And Kracko. I think the only one that it doesn't mimic is Nerfinelli.
Which Nerf is a regular enemy in this game.
Yep, and actual boss fight just...
This boss fight is literally just feather dust everything. So there's definitely time for a donation or two.
Absolutely. We got $50 from the Mad Bicyclist. I'm loving the marathon so far, and the best way to celebrate? More marathon! I'm putting my donation towards unlocking the Super Monkey Ball Run. Thank you so much for that.
Also, so Shining Bright has a little unique thing where the one you don't kill actually starts going through like an angry DVD screensaver.
I hate that. I hate how good you are.
Also, yeah, after it gets angry when you finish off all of them, it comes back to you. They're cells, but they're just an artist with a paintbrush, so they just kind of don't have a chance.
You scared when a little girl wags her paintbrush at you?
Listen, that little girl, she has something, I don't know.
Honestly, the boss budge version of that fight's even better. Because if you lose in that during boss budge, each of the bosses have like a unique screen, and Addo's is just paintbrush on Kirby.
Boss Butch is the boss rush mode, by the way. For some reason, they just named it Boss Butch with no explanation at all.
Yeah, we don't know why.
Somebody really wanted to whip out the thesaurus on that one.
And it's called that way. And it's called that way even in the Japanese version. The only difference between US and JP on that one is pretty much just a little thing above it. In US, there's nothing. In this one, because this game came out after the Nintendo 64's launch, they kind of did a little tongue-in-cheek thing with Nintendo 16 over it. And it's something I don't know why they didn't keep, because it was actually like a neat little touch. Anyways, this stage isn't anything too bad. The next stage is going to suck, because for one, we have 2 auto rollers in it. Did I mention his name likes his auto rollers? And these ones have a really fun mechanic where there's an avalanche coming at you from behind. If you are too slow, you will get covered in the snow, cannot see, and then you will get squished and die.
Oh my god, I just realized it's Kirby's avalanche.
They found a way to reference it. I'm actually mad.
I was about to say, I'll just take my leave now.
Today. I never thought about that, but no, that's completely accurate.
I'll take my leave now if you want.
Yeah, speaking of that avalanche here, there it comes. Luckily for this one, if you hold up and right, you're safe throughout the room until the end, where you need to very quickly move down or you'll just die because you're not at the door. Anyways, we definitely have time for a donation or two while this article goes through.
Fantastic. All right. We've got $25 from 90 Nil. Kirby always brings back great memories of gaming days gone by for me. Here's to a great AGDQ. Thank you so much.
Definitely, yeah, you can keep them coming.
Awesome, will do. Have $100 from Jade Ahinga that says, thank you all for making this AGDQ happen. We've looked forward to it for so long now. Let's hear it for the tech team and everyone behind the scenes. Absolutely. Can we give a round of applause to the tech team and everyone in production? So much love to them.
I would definitely clap if I could.
We'll clap for you, don't worry.
I'm not sure how loud I'm running, Mike.
I got it.
By the way, we're about to enter the other artist roller, which moves faster, so you can keep going with the donations.
Thank you so much. Let's do it. $100 from Alex and Jamie. Super excited for all these excellent runs. Let's take down cancer together. Also, monkey ball.
Okay, there's the first half. That part's not too bad. Then you have these runner birds. You have these at the end, these other chilies at the end. And if you don't move down right there, you will miss that gourd probably and die. By the way, random Samus cameo. Did you notice she's a Kirby character?
Wow, I can't believe Samus from that hit game Metro Prime Hunters for the Nintendo DS is in this game.
You know what? I like that one better than what we did in the rehearsal.
I don't remember what I did in the rehearsal.
I think you did something like hit Kirby Dreamland 3 character or something. And I've definitely seen that as a joke. By the way, we have our
coming up.
Yeah, the favorite minigame of everyone who plays this game, and especially everyone who runs this game. Also with our good friend Autoscroller coming up very shortly. I have lost count of how many Autoscrollers there are. By the way, you definitely have time for a few donations, again.
There's a lot, but it makes my job easy.
I'm glad there's been so many, because it definitely has made this a little bit better.
It's been fantastic. So I did want to mention that, you know, in addition to our Super Monkey Ball bonus one that we've been discussing, you can also put your donations towards a Serious Sam 4 bonus any % run as well, or Willow bonus debug % run. So talking about how can we make this marathon last even longer, we can get our donations in for all the different incentives and bonus runs that are going to keep the amazing speed runs coming. So be sure to head to GamesDoneQuick.com to see the variety of incentives and bid wars you can put your donations towards.
Yeah, actually, that's been mentioned. I actually had somebody apparently do a donation for this run like a day in advance, and I think I put that one towards the Kenna upgrade. So I'm curious to see that one, since that's like actually next run.
Yeah, I'm super excited for that. It's gonna be great.
You didn't keep doing donations. You can do like, at least another donation.
Fantastic. We have $50 from Brian. Keep it going. Yes, chat, keep the donations coming in. You can do !! donation, get the link, or in the panels below.
Yeah,
and
so
15. Oh, go for it.
You're right, go on.
Really quick, we have $100 from Newbells that says more monkey.
Alright, so here's the sound-based one. I'm gonna try, but I'm not exactly expecting success. No, that was the... No, it's the second one.
You talk.
Yeah, that sounds like this looks like an accurate.
This is an entire... No, this is actually just an accurate representation of that minigame.
Yeah.
Like, not even like, oh, it's a speed run. I actually should not be doing these successfully at all. You know, it says I was trying to. No, that one just is not a great one because of what I mentioned before, and is actually one I struggle with greatly. Like, I don't even have, like, hearing issues. It's just not a good minigame. I'm sorry to make Kawasaki sad, but, yeah. Yeah, I've been making that one sad ever since I was a kid. And now we have the stage that continues to just emphasize who's momentum in general, as well as do like a really nasty beginner's trap. These first two rooms are fine. Yeah, the room, Kirby wins by doing absolutely nothing. Because if you move even slightly to the left or right, these Galbos wake up, and this room changes from being very free and very fast to very slow and painful. like a complete 180, and the rest of it is not too bad. Like, this is actually kind of a faster way of going around it. Kind of a minor shout out to a Japanese runner, Pletty, who actually ended up inadvertently showing me that strat. And also this one with these enemies, because, yeah, if you move too far up or too far down, these can eat you. This stage is, like, actually weirdly precise with its movements. For those 2 rings. Afterwards, it's kind of whatever.
This stage is the other reason you can't do no copy abilities for this game. You need burning to get through here.
I swear, one day I'm going to try and get like a no ability for any GDQ. Fork my words. But we do have mini-boss coming up, and here's the like other kind of RNG-ish thing. He has a few attacks. He actually gave us the best one.
Best RNG.
The other 2 attacks involve it throwing its head, and the head has to disappear before you can attack it. So, especially if it goes to the corner, you will just take damage from being. Okay, I messed up that room. Anyways, if it throws its head, the head has to disappear first, and if it decides to slam into the walls, you have to basically take damage to deal damage. So it's very easy to just kind of lose a little bit of time and/or have to spend extra time getting your ability back and just adjusting your movements to deal with it. If it jumps like that, it's actually free because you don't have to worry about any of that. And here's our other beginner strat, 5-5. This stage actually is like a giant obstacle course with the expectation that you take Nago's attack through it. Nago's actually not too bad here. It's just kind of a difficult stage. But here's the rub. This stage throws lots of animal friends at you. None of them are Nago. Absolutely none of them. You will see every other animal friend multiple times even.
Yeah, I like to think the developers are just laughing at everyone as they put every animal friend in, I think at least twice, but not Nago. So every other stage you're given the animal friend you need in the stage, but in this one you have to bring Nago from outside. And if you die at all,
it also doesn't
you have
help.
to exit the stage and retry.
It doesn't help that this stage is actually very long for some reason.
Yeah,
so it's a giant beginner
Yeah,
strat.
I think for Yellow, you actually counted how many rooms it's had.
I want to say like 33.
Yeah, this is like one of the longest stages in the game. It's meant to be this giant gauntlet, and it makes sense because of that. But we're not using Nago, we're using 2, and so we just kind of play and burn through everything. So you just kind of see rapid fire rooms like this.
I've been running this game for years, and I still sometimes get the order of the rooms mixed up.
Yeah, Rio's actually the world record holder for multiple runs in this game, including 80%, but with 2-player strats.
Yeah, DarkRiolu is an insane runner in this game.
Yeah, I think lately you've been doing what, air ride?
Kirby's Adventure mostly. Some air
Oh,
ride
adventure. Okay, adventure and air ride. So I was half right.
too. Don't forget the Galbo room.
Yeah, thank you, because I have a bad habit of just running straight into the first Galbo. But every time, it's practically a meme at this point. It's like, oh, Galbo room, smack.
I like how Rioli had to remind you this time.
I guarantee I would have run into it otherwise.
Riolu, my favorite Google Calendar.
Guarantee I would have run straight into it if something hadn't been said. Also, you can grab Cleanin' in this stage, but it's a little bit faster to keep carrying fire and just go through it that way. We did Cleanin' at the start of 5-1, so what we'll do is go there and then go to 5-6.
Got the mini boss rush coming up, so naturally, what other power would we want than clean?
Yeah, the main difference is the flavor of it. So, against most bosses, yeah, the Feather Duster is great, but we have an even better method because we don't actually need 2 anymore. So, let me grab this first. And then I'm gonna come in here, and I'm just gonna drop 2. Thanks for all the help. But shout out to 2 actually absolutely carries this run, quite literally.
Yeah, the friendship has ended with Ku. We have a better friend coming up.
Friendship ended with 2, and we're about to basically enter what I call the TT's delivery service part of the run.
It's time for everybody's mysterious octopus, I guess.
So this is Choo Choo. We use her for precisely one thing and one thing only. And you will see that coming in the next ring. So this is the actually most damaging thing in the game. Everything dies in 2 hits. Everything dies in 2 hits, mini boss life, except for the broom, who does actually resist it. It takes 3 hits. And it's the only one who does. Everything else, yeah, this is the fight.
Yeah, this game... This game pretty much shows, if you have a broom in your house, just run away from it. It's evil. It's powerful. We all might agree.
Yeah, honestly, feel free to do a donation during this, because... yeah, this is just the rest of the save right now.
The broom power is just incredible. We have $103 from Big Chumpus. Kirby Owl Power has the speed, but nothing is cuter than hamster power. Lots of love to the cute blog. Make good jumps, and let's please get that Super Monkey Ball bonus game incentive done. Thank you so much.
Alright, should we do one last donation?
Sounds great. We have $100 from Echo025. Bonus games, let's go!
And this is our other favorite mini boss, Captain Stitch.
The last stage of the run, and you just want to read donations because Broom is so powerful.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're right at the end of the stage, and the run for that matter, because we have DDD coming up, and wouldn't you know it, the best way to deal with DDD is to ride a broom.
DDD doesn't like being clean.
No, in this first phase is very, very free. Just here's what we're going to do. We're just going to stay here. We do 2 hits, and we move up. And then we do 2 more hits. And that's first phase. Second phase is a little bit worse. Yes, there'll be 4 hits. There's 1. And that's the move. That's it. There we go. Perfect. Time.
And time.
Excellent.
Good RNG.
Yeah, so let me go ahead and just give a big shout out to the Kirby community at large. Lots of really good runners, lots amazing support from every last one of them. If you ever want to learn this run or any other, all of us would be glad to have you. We have a relay coming up in a few months, and that's going to be really hype when that happens. I'm going to be running air ride for that.
I'm in the Kirby speedrunning Discord.
Yeah, is there any shout-outs that the 2 of you want to give?
Just good job to you. Very good run, no deaths.
Yeah.
No big mistakes.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised. I thought about doing like a $5 on every death, and I decided against it just in case this thing decided to mess with me too much.
You even succeeded at one of the mini games.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah,
on that.
I'm gonna do the $2 for that one anyways.
So yeah, if people in chat want to match you for the mini games, Dark Soul, what's the deal with that? What are we matching you with?
If you're gonna match it, just do 8 because I did succeed in one of them.
All right, $8 if you would like to match Dark Soul's mini game counter.
Honestly, if you want to watch me in general though, I stream on Twitch, obviously, Darksol188. I do lots of Kirby stuff, and I'm currently doing a casual Tales of Arise playthrough as well. I'd be happy to see anyone who comes in. Otherwise, have a good Regiment Marathon. Best of luck to the runner that's going to do Kenna. I know that run got upgraded, and I'm curious to see how that's going to be. Is there anything from DarkRiolu27 as we sign off here? but not for
for
much
me.
time here.
Have a good GDQ, everyone.
Yeah, have a good one.
Thank you so much for that awesome Kirby run. Absolutely incredible. Thank you to everyone who's been donating during our little cute block here. Very much appreciated. We have $8 from Enzo. First time watching live and donating to GDQ. I'm 7 years old and I've been saving part of my allowance for the last 2 months to donate. Greetings from Sweden. Thank you so much. Every amount makes a difference. We have $60 from Vicus and Serene. Hi folks! Vicus and Serene here, donating $10 each for 2 lost teleport storages and 4 attempts of the maze in my environmental station alpha run. Proud to donate to such an amazing cause and so happy that everyone enjoyed our commentary. Good luck to all runners, and this donation goes to Super Monkey Ball bonus game incentive. And let me get an update on where that bonus game is. It's looking like we are at $35,580 out of the $80,000 that we need for our bonus game too. So keep those donations rolling in if you want to see some more Monkey Ball. And a reminder, we still have our character name bid war open for Chicory, A Colorful Tale. The top 2 are Ratatouille and Doggo. Be sure to get your donations in if you'd like to see either. Pull ahead. All right, chat. We're gonna be going right away for a bit of a break, so grab some water, stretch your hands a little bit, and AGDQ 2022 online will be right back. All right, welcome back to AGDQ 2022 online. If you're interested in seeing the schedule, head on over to GamestoneQuick.com/schedule and see all the amazing speedruns we have coming up. We have $8 from Hoodie Waddy saying, "Great run, Soul! Here's my $8 for the mini games. Loving AGDQ so far, and stay cute, chat." Have $100 from Anonymous. Being able to watch the level of talent being shown by all the runners has been absolutely incredible. Thanks GDQ for putting all this together. Best of luck to everyone and keep up the great work. Here's a little something towards the Superior Simian Sphere speedrun to get some alliteration going. We have $50 from Gritzer. Having recently finished Kana Bridge of Spirits, I cannot wait to see it deconstructed via speed. Kana gave me chills throughout the game, and it is a beautiful experience in many ways. I wish all runners the very best and excited to see what's in store for the rest of the week. Much love. All right, speaking of Kana Bridge of Spirits, we are about to head to an interview with Jay Hobbs and Insert Logic, who's going to be running Kana. So excited to see what we have in store for that.
What's up, AGDQ 2022 online? My name is Jay Hobbs, and I am joined by Insert Logic, who's going to be running Kana Bridge of Spirits coming up today. Logic, thanks for joining me.
All right, as we're getting things together, no worries. We have plenty more donations coming in, so thank you all so much for that. We have $100 from Tiger Mask, Reject Cancer, Embrace Monkey Ball. We have $8 from Pokefan. Here's that $8 for all the failed minigames. Happy to donate for my favorite series of all time. Have $100 from SMWHT. Watched my friend play Kana last year and excited to see this run. Me too, I think it's gonna be awesome. Have $25 from Catchy Face. That Kirby skateboard is so cool. I love it. Keep it up, everybody. You're all doing a great job. And yes, if you want to remind yourself what prizes are available during this block of runs, head on over to GamesDoneQuick.com and you can see pictures of every prize that we have and the minimum donation amount that you need to be entered in. Reminder, when you donate to the marathon, you'll be automatically entered into those prizes as long as you meet the threshold. So get those donations in for your chance to win. Have $50 from Micmac. Thanks to everyone who makes this event run. Having the runs in the background always makes work a lot better. Can't wait for the Chicory and Kana runs coming up. Keep donating to get more Monkey Ball. 10 tickets for the $5 hype train. Y'all want to get in on that? Donate your $5. Get this hype going. We can push to Monkey Ball, our bonus game too. And it is just absolutely amazing the amount of generosity that's going on with this marathon right now. Over $189,000 so far, and it's only Monday. So thank you so much to everyone. And yes, if you happen to have your Prime Gaming sub lying around, you could always use it here to be able to chat during the marathon and help support us. So that would be incredible if you would like to use your Prime Gaming on our channel. And all revenue after taxes that GDQ earns from subscriptions and bits for the month of January will be donated to PCF. We have $100 from number 3 Mole. GDQ is always something I look forward to. Thank you to the runners and crew for keeping this event going year after year. You all are awesome. $100 from the Comfy Panda. Have to donate to help meet the Super Monkey Ball incentive. Let's make this happen. $100 from Adam Wilkins. Excited for the Cana run. Amazing job from the tech team, runners, and hosts as always. Donation goes towards Super Monkey Ball to extend AGDQ. Good luck and have fun, everyone. And there are multiple ways to make this marathon last longer. We've been talking a bunch about Monkey Ball, of course, but we also have a bonus any percent run for Serious Sam 4, which we need $15,000 for, and we're at about $1,800. And the Willow bonus debug run, which requires $5,000, and we're at $2,800. So a variety of options to make this marathon keep rolling. We have $8 from Seymour the Llama, hopping on the $8 train to hopefully get some more monkeys into balls. Yes, in honor of Dark Souls donation, we can start an $8 hype train. Who says it has to be $5? And we have another one, $8 from BitDragon. Had to jump on the $8 Kirby minigame donation train. Thanks for a cute run, Soul.